always good, man, to get the younger guys in with the older guys. You know, a lot of times, you know, you can tell them this and tell them that as a coach, but they really don't feel comfortable until they get the older guys in the room. You know, so it's been great. We got a great group of older guys, perfect group of guys for these young guys that we got coming in.
What does your new role look like as far as taking on more responsibilities, and how does that kind of change your day-to-day, if any?
Well, that's exactly what it looks like, more responsibility. So day to day, you know, still do the things that I have been doing since I've been here, just a little added responsibilities here and there. So we get it all in within those 24 hours.
How has Canon been able to help with the group now that he's had his role elevated as well?
Well, Canon, if you guys didn't know, like Canon's been working with the secondary like the last 5 years. So actually what he's doing now, believe it or not, he has been doing. So it's been we have a great working relationship. Canon's a really good coach and a really good person.
In bringing Carson here and him being drafted, can you talk about the process that you had with him and then with the draft and what you saw?
Well, just from his tape, and you know, anybody we get in here, man, we got to tip our hat to Will McClay and his staff. He always drafts the right guy. You know what I mean? So this guy's a perfect fit for what we do. So bringing him in, take the same approach as I take with all the other guys. You know, you start him off slow, then as you see what he can retain, and you just keep adding on to him. But as far as the player and watching the tape to evaluate him, you just saw a guy that was extremely close to the ball, extremely close to the ball, extremely close to the ball. And then once I, talked to him, had a chance to talk to him, asking some things, what's he reading, what has he been taught, and there are certain things that on the college level you have to do in order to maintain the integrity of your defense, but you switch that over to here to where you give him his reads and give him the things that he should be looking for. He's going to end up making a lot of plays.
Speaking to keep to your young guys, Eric Scott, where's he at in his development?
Doing an awesome job. It's night and day from where he was last year to where he is right now today. Of course, we're not going really fast, but it's just the knowledge of picking up a new defense. He's been working really hard on his movements, so he's doing a really good job.
How's Trayvon looking at his rehab? Does it look like he's on track for training camp?
It looks good. Looks good, man. Actually, that's where I was at, just watching him. Britt's doing a great job with him. So as far as timeline-wise, I'll leave that up to, Brent and the strength staff to kind of tell you guys that. But for what we did today, I thought he did a good job. Looks
After
good.
After season that Duran had last year, what's kind of the next line of progression for him?
Same thing. Yeah, it don't stand. It doesn't stop. Your add-on goals, you know what I mean? So that's the approach that we take, as far as corners. So whether you have 4 picks, 9 picks, 11 picks, you add on to that, and you just keep rolling from there.
What about his demeanor? I mean, coming off of that kind of season, so much success as a young player with Duran. Have you noticed any changes or anything like that, the way he's approached off-season?
Not at all. Not at all. Because the man, take the player out of the man isn't that type of guy. He'll always be able to handle success. Extremely humble young man. So you don't have to worry about that from this guy.
What are your impressions been of working with Mike Zimmer, and what kind of coaches do you work under?
Good, man. Everything's been good. Zim's come in, implemented the things that he wants us to do, how he wants us to coach him, and it's been good. It's been really good.
Have you felt that intensity that everyone kind of talks about?
Well, you feel that when you first meet him. You know what I mean? But I think people kind of misperceive, like, you know what I mean? Because he's a good dude, man. If you're really sensitive, probably may rub you the wrong way. But you know what I mean? If you know it's coming from a good place, hey, man, he's just coaching ball.
Can you talk about Jordan Lewis and kind of the progression he had last year coming off of his injury and what you expect from him going into this season?
J. Lou did a really good job. The injury that he was coming off of is a tough rehab. You know what I mean? He fought through his rehab, got in, made some plays for us. I just see him improving more off of what he did last year. Great pro, think the world of him.
What specifically would you like to see Duran improve upon after, a year of tape where the league's really seen him as a big part of your defense?
7 interceptions for a touchdown would be awesome. Would be totally awesome. But realistically, man, you just get them to consistency. Consistency is what we need as from our outside guys, whether that's playing it safe or making the play, just be consistent with it.
You might have, for your position room, DBs, let's just focus on corners. It's like a library. Like, there's not a lot of guys talk too much from a distance. Like, Duron's very kind of low-key. Trayvon seems kind of quiet. Do you feel like that's kind of by design, or do you disagree by that description? Like, is it kind of a kind of locked in, kind of within itself type of group?
Yes. Honestly, man, playing outside, you can't be too boisterous. You know what I mean? Just be outlandish with it. You know what I mean? Because one day you could be great, but if somebody got your number. So, you know what I mean, the humble that we stay is great for the room, and we got all humble guys.
How much difference is the defense in how you guys going to play? Obviously, under Quinn, you need a lot of free safeties, and you won't play as many safeties, I guess, early downs. How much different scheme-wise will y'all be under Zimmer?
Oh, you just said it. Yeah, you just said it. Yeah. So, you know, we had 3 safeties. It's just 2 different philosophies. You know what I mean? So I'm not comparing Q's scheme to Zim's scheme at all. It's just 2 different philosophies, and both guys are really, really good coaches.
How impressive was it? I mean, obviously a guy like Wanye Marquise as well, although he did a lot of linebacker last year, but both those guys came in, practice squad, developed, and earned their way. But then to see them when they were given the chances last year, they really, made some plays for you.
Yes, both guys, really good pros. Like you just said, with Bell, to go from linebacker back to safety, didn't miss a beat. And Ye, man, is an extremely explosive athlete. So I think he's going to do a really, really good job moving forward. So high hopes for both of those guys.
How would you describe your communication style with players?
Pretty good, man. I would say I'm a pretty good communicator. This is what you get, rain, sleet, or snow. You'll always get this right here. There's no ups, no downs. So I would say I'm a pretty good communicator. You probably got to ask them that.
Get the title of assistant head coach. How important is that? I know your overall goal is to be a head coach. You talk about that goal and how you just helped you get to that big goal. Yes,
that's my goal. That's my goal, and I'm pretty sure every assistant coach here, that's probably their goal also. So to have those responsibilities is big to me. I take it very seriously, and whatever they need me to do to show my leadership skills, that's what I'm willing to do. So it's big to me.
Because they're different routes. You can be a coordinator. Do you want to be a coordinator at some point, or is this really the route that's the best route, or how do you look at that?
If that's the route that I have to take, of course. But realistically, I know I'm not telling you guys nothing you don't know. You can call your own defense as a head coach if you're a defensive head coach.
Right.
Do you think it's kind of a mistake the way that general managers have come to almost expect a guy to call plays before he becomes a head coach, when just like someone's ability to lead should be first and foremost paramount to the equation of a head coach?
I agree. The ability to lead, and let's call it ace. You know what I mean? If you've been in that seat, there's nothing that you can come and tell me as a player that I won't relate to, because I've been in your seat. Mm-hmm. So I know, so I can relate to you on and off the field, kind of keep your tires on the tracks, you know what I mean, on and off the field. So, Andy Reid's a mentor of mine, and I always just look at the route that he took. I don't remember him calling plays as a coordinator, you know what I mean? And if you really look at it, a Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah. You
know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't think you have to go that route. I really do think that, it's the leadership, because that's what, if I'm an owner of a team, that's what I'm looking at. Who's going to lead my men?
Right.
Can you talk about the excitement of this defense with both of those corners out there together? I mean, obviously you didn't really get to see Duron and Diggs playing outside together. This is their first time being outside together. 2 All-Pros.
I'm fired up. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I'm seriously, man. I'm fired up. When you can get guys that you've groomed and coached, mentored, and you see your work on tape, that's all I can ask for as a coach. You know what I mean? To say, hey, look, I'm asking you to do this. I know your job is hard, and to go out and do it, That's all. I'm fired up to see those guys out there together.
Who's going to get the most interceptions?
That it depends. Which side they throw the ball to most.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Duron, part of what made him so valuable, part of it, when you're building your room last year, is that he could be your starting nickel, as he was at the start of the year, but then he could also have the versatility to be who he became when asked to be outside. Jordan's nickel, that's kind of been his home, but you see Caelen, his ability to be inside and out, is that what's the importance to that in your room?
Well, it's the more you can do, the more valuable you are in whatever job that is. But I think Caelen can definitely be an inside guy and an outside guy. You definitely don't want to cloud him. We're giving him too much responsibility right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a player with his skill set can do both from the inside and the outside without being overloaded.
Where are you starting him right now, like in terms of?
Right now he's outside. When you say starting,
where are you getting him? Yes.
Okay, all right. So
Just to be clear.
So we're just saying he'll be lined up on the outside, and we'll work. We're working from there as a staff. Whatever Zim feels, then we'll go from there.
Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.